It's time for the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games at Southern Utah University in Cedar City. Register today to participate in the 40th anniversary season of a Utah sports tradition at utahsummergames.org. Participate in over 50 sports around the state. Then plan to join the opening ceremonies Friday, June 5th, presented by State Bank of Southern Utah. Register today to participate in the 40th anniversary season of the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games.
Do you love the Tabernacle Choir? This year, the choir's music is everywhere you are. Listen to your favorite choir songs and music and the spoken word anytime you want on Alexa by simply enabling the skill.
Alexa, play music in the spoken word.
Now playing music in the spoken word.
You can also download the Tabernacle Choir app, subscribe to the choir on YouTube, listen on Spotify, and have access to all their wonderful music. Happy listening.
DJ and PK, it is time for the question today. Hot takes or toast? We got trade rumors, PK.
Yeah.
There's rumors out there about the Milwaukee Bucks and the Detroit Pistons. They might be interested in Lauri Markkanen. And I bet there's more teams interested in Lauri Markkanen. But is there anything worth considering?
Yes.
Jeff goes the other way. No. If the Jazz are done tanking, you don't trade your best players. What if you get better players? What if you open up cap room for more players? What if you get a better player for your best player?
Then you're not very good.
Bum, bum, bum.
That's hard to get a better player for your best player. That would mean your best player isn't that good. And it's not really, you're not a serious contender.
Trade your 20th best player because the 10th best player in the league's available? I mean, with the Bucks, they're out there moving Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I'm not sure he's a better player at this point. Obviously, he was when he was winning MVPs and championships. Well, championship, singular. But he does not appear to be at his peak. And also, Lowry and the timeline, do they want somebody younger?
Well, what is Markkanen at his peak? Do we know?
That is an excellent point. We do not. Well, we'd like to think we don't know. Perhaps we do. Perhaps we have seen the peak already. But I think everybody is thinking there's better stuff out there. On a better team, he's more mature, he's older, he's experienced, and he'll play more games because he won't be tanking, and he'll have better players around him, and he'll really go.
All the above?
Yeah. Gary, Lowry for Giannis, Lowry for Cade Cunningham. Okay, settle down. The Pistons are not trading Cade Cunningham.
I'd make that trade.
See, for a better player, except he's not available.
But yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Ryan says, nice rumors, but Markkanen is not available for trade according to the Utah Jazz management.
I don't think they've come out and said that. They'll say, oh, we like him and he's an important piece. But they won't say, we're going to trade him or we definitely won't trade him. Why would they say that?
You can make the team better. Why slam the door on that possibility?
Yeah. This is a great opportunity to find out who Markkanen really is.
Yes.
Because now there's no excuses.
Right. You're not tanking. You're not in an organization that's going sideways or backwards. You're not undervalued and underutilized by an organization that maybe doesn't fully appreciate your skill set.
You like to give Markkanen an excuse for not playing. And now those excuses are over.
They're over. We'll see if he can do it.
I mean, he never plays a full season.
He has never done it.
So now we get to see, how tough are you? Are you a soccer player when you fall down? We've got to bring out the stretcher. No offense, guys. I know that's your favorite. We are the soccer show, the only one. And can you tough it up? Can you play? Do I need to see you over there with your hair all curled up in street clothes?
You really don't like his hair.
I'm tired of that. Well, I'm
Shave
tired
it
of
off.
paying somebody close to $50 million. Wow, that's outrageous, DJ. I'm tired of watching a guy sit over there in street clothes with his hair nice and not playing. Isn't that, boy, that is really edgy. And he's getting close to $50 million. Yeah, I'm tired of it.
Yeah, but it's his hair all curled up. It's not, it's $50 million. He needs to play at least 70 games. It's his hair all curled up.
I'm tired of it. Do you not hear me? I'm tired of it. Yes, I am tired of it, of him smiling on the sidelines as they're getting their brains beat out and he's not playing. And I believe there's probably about 17,000 people in the stands who are right with me. Yes, I stand by it. If you're assigning me some thought, you don't need to, because I'll assign it to myself. Yeah, I'm sick of it. Who's with me? Say I. I've got an Ozzy Osbourne song. I. Everybody is. You're soft, so you want to make excuses for him. I'm done with it. I want to see him out there. Yeah, I stand by that. Ask me again, I'll tell you the same.
He peaked at 68 games in his rookie year. It's the most he's ever played.
Sure, because he was trying to get another contract. Wow, who knew?
Well, he's trying to get it in the second year when he only played 52.
How many games did they play?
In his second year, they played 82. Then you run into the 2 COVID years that were short. When he played, I think they played like 72 games, and he played 50 or 51 of those. So he's still missing 20 games, even when there's 10 fewer on the schedule.
I want to see him ball. Yeah, right. I'm tired of him sitting over there like $1 million bucks on the sideline. Look like a bum. Coming in some ragtag outfit. He just looks too nice. He's a good-looking man. And he's making $47 million.
Just play 70 or 75 games and get him into the top 6 in the West. Whatever.
Can he do that?
That's an excellent question.
I don't know. That's a whatever. Can he do that? That's what I'm saying. This is the season of discovery for Lauri Markkanen. And then we got to hear about him playing so well for the Finnish national team in the summer. I'm tired of it. I want him to be so gassed and they have a long run that he doesn't score 87 points against crap competition in the Finnish whatever league or whatever international thing they concoct each summer that I don't pay any attention to unless it's the Olympics.
One of the reasons to listen to all these and trade him now is the point we're discussing, I think, has to be discussed all around the league. And so the reason to take these deals now, or take one of these deals now, since you can't trade them multiple times, but the reason to take one of these deals now is if he is going to play 58 games guy and be sitting over there in street clothes when you really need him.
With his hair curled.
He's got more value now. He's got more value now than he does after he plays a 10th year in the NBA and doesn't again.
Yeah, but I don't know about that. I mean, the rest of the league, they're not going to know. We just know, but the rest of the league doesn't know? I don't buy it.
I think the rest of the league has the same questions right now that you and I are talking about now.
So his value is his value.
But if he's going to be, this is where it's on management to know and to be ahead of the curve on this, because if he plays 73 games and they're top 6 and he's 25 points a game, don't get caught up in one of these trades. But if he is 55 games and he can't make big shots in the fourth quarter when the playoffs are on the line and all that stuff,
he'll be fine. He's a player. He's a good player. But see, you want them to be soothsayers. You want them to be seers.
Yes.
Well, I mean, every team, every situation. Go ahead. Why draft Cantner when you knew he was going to be a screw-up? Well, they didn't know. Why draft Exum when you knew he was going to be injured? They didn't know. I mean, that's the whole point. That's why it's not a science. It's what do they call it? It's
an art.
Yeah.
There's an art to it.
And nobody really knows for sure. So, yeah, you could say that about every single draft pick, every single kid.
The common logic of the era had Exum as one of the top 4, and the Jazz were drafting 5.
Well, the common knowledge was wrong.
It was, and Orlando
and they should have known.
And Orlando figured it out and did know.
They didn't.
They went with Aaron Gordon and passed on Exum.
And he won nothing for them.
Right, and he left, but he is a good player. And he
Once
had a
he got with much better players, other than
that. And
that.
also he got older, more experienced, yada, yada. But
he's okay.
Right, and Exum wasn't. He was clearly the better draft pick. And they figured it out.
Well, no, they figured it.
If they just go with the common logic,
stuff out. Sometimes you just get lucky. The Portland Trailblazers should have figured out that Greg Oden was injured and Kevin Durant was the best player. So Seattle figured it out? No. Kevin Durant was there. He fell to him. Orlando didn't figure anything out. They went with a guy. They knew Exum was going to be injured because in order for them to figure it out, they would have had to known, hey, this 18-year-old kid from Australia who didn't play college ball or any of that, he's going to be injured every time you turn around. They had no idea on that.
They properly figured out and went against the common logic. They did. The logic of the day.
They got fortunate. They had. You're saying they knew Exum was going to be injured. Right, you have to. That's what you're saying.
Or they took the player who played, who didn't take a year off, or they took the player. I don't know the specific reason why they didn't take him. There were several reasons not to take him.
Because they didn't think he was good enough.
They didn't think he was good enough. They didn't think he was big enough. They wanted a bigger player. You can go on down the line. But they got it right. It would have been easy to default into missing on that, which the Jazz did.
And they won nothing with Aaron Gordon.
They did not.
I mean,
it's one decision,
he's a
and you
player.
got to get 500 of them right. Yeah, but
at least
still
10. Yeah. He's a role player. I mean, let's not. If you're going to die on the hill that Aaron Gordon
But the other guy's a bust.
He is, obviously.
Well, then they made the right pick.
If the Jazz knew.
The megastar wasn't available. They made the right pick.
I haven't looked at the draft. I'm not going to go back and look. I don't know who was taken afterwards, so I don't know if they made the right pick. If you're comparing those two.
Between those two.
Yeah, and the Jazz made the wrong pick. So they should have made the right pick. They should have, whoever was drafted 7th or 6th, they should have taken. He would be more than that. Yeah. And there's no way for the Jazz to know. If they would know, they'd be a perennial contender. No one knows. You do all your homework, and then you make the best decision in the moment, and then you go from there. I mean, you can go down the list. Did the Jazz... You often say, if they knew how good the statues were going to be, they would have traded their heart and soul to give them, but they didn't.
I got that line from Scott Layden.
Right. That's Scott Layden. That's a conclusive proof that you don't know. They have no way of knowing what Markkanen is going to do health-wise this year. Again, all they can do is pretty much cross their fingers.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now everything's on sale during our Memorial Day event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses, plus free delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
That sound could mean a lot of things. And when something's going wrong at home, the hardest part can be figuring out what the problem actually is. At Thumbtack, you can upload a voice message or a photo, and our AI-powered search will help diagnose your project. Plus, the pros we know have over 14 million 5-star reviews, so you can hire with confidence. Thumbtack, we know homes. Hire the right pro today.
Out here, if you're doing nothing, you're doing everything right. Though on a cruise with Norwegian, even if you're doing nothing, you're still basking in the warm sun, enjoying the peaceful ocean waves. You're breathing. Don't forget about breathing. Definitely need to be breathing. So you get to do nothing, or everything, but you still need to be breathing. It's like really important.
Experience the difference with cruises to Alaska, the Caribbean, and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's different out here. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry the Bahamas and USA.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you might not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. They make it super simple. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with coverage options tailored to your choices. Plus, you'll see which discounts you may qualify for, like the online quote discount or savings for paying in full. In fact, 99% of Progressive Auto customers earn at least one discount. See if you could save when you switch to Progressive. You'll feel good about making a savvy choice. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little extra cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
But what they do know is he's going to light it up for the Finnish team in August and whatever who gives a crap international competition that they have. That's what we know.
If you were the GM, would you move him now? Because you have strong suspicions. You have strong suspicions that when we sit here in 12 months, maybe 11, he will not have played 70 games.
I don't know that, man. I believe in the kid's talent. I think he's enormously talented.
That's why I said strong suspicions. You're right. You can't know it.
No, actually, I think he's going to nut up and play this year. I think that his body has got to be as rested as anybody's.
Right.
I mean,
because they keep sitting him down
outside
of the
grueling August thing for the Finnish team. That's it.
Yeah.
No, this is going to be a fascinating story for him, and he has, and no one can question his enormous talent to be able to move, to shoot, and to be that tall, and to do all those things. I want to see them, unless it's a killer deal, and everyone's available. Even Ace Bailey is available, even though they're not going to trade him for the rights to get DeBonsa. But he's still available if Shea Alexander says, I want out for some reason.
If there were any chance that Detroit was actually going to move Cade Cunningham, a lot of players in the league become available.
Yeah.
But they're not going to.
Right. So what I want to see is this lineup. We've been anticipating it, but when we get to October, we will have been anticipating it for like 9 months.
Yeah.
And I want to see it. We had 2 games of Jackson and Markkanen.
Right.
And I've been watching Jackson for years. Saw him in college as a guy who had a Wooden Award vote, and he was a premier player. I think he was the 4th player in the draft. So I've been watching him. His father played in the NBA, blah, blah, blah. And I want to see these guys, man. I want to see what they can do. I want to see how George fits in. I want to see how Bailey fits in. This draft pick is going to be under the microscope and highly anticipated. I haven't been this excited about the start of a Jazz season in years. Years. I mean, you might say going back to the finals years, if you wanted to make that argument. When they got back 2 years in a row, you might say, man, you were super excited then, right? And, they got to the finals, so it was a really good run and lost in 6 games, and so nothing to be ashamed about by any stretch. But the intrigue on what this team can become is fascinating. I mean, we knew that the other teams, the Boozer-Williams thing, they were a little short. They didn't have the rim defender. And this last go-around, I was excited on that, but that was a little Charlie Brown and Lucy, man. How many times are they going to get the ball pulled away before I say, screw this?
Yeah, but there was a lot of excitement after Mitchell's rookie year.
I agree.
At that point, it's like
I agree.
They filled it in. The 2 guys weren't irritating each other at that point that we knew of anyway.
Like you do with me, yeah.
See?
Right.
But see, that's on full display.
But I know. I tried to get you traded many times, and the next thing I know, you come over here full-time.
Future considerations.
Yeah, I want past considerations.
Yeah.
And so...
Came over here and ruined your TV career.
You did. You shattered it.
I know.
You ended it.
I did.
It's over.
Yeah, it might have been ended.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. I'm done. You'll never see my mug on television again.
It's over.
You cost me money, you butthead. Yes.
So you're going to break into the Giants win the pennant right there. It's over. The Giants win the pennant.
So, what a run. It was fun. I'm fine with it. I was excited for that, yeah. But I'm saying I've got it in the rearview mirror now, so it's easier to say, okay, burn me once. Shame on me. You know what I'm saying.
Fool me once, don't be fooled again.
I don't know which president said that, but it was a funny line. They didn't know how to finish it. So I've got the benefit of rear view. Here, I have no rear view. I got 2 games of rear view, and it's going to change because you're going to add a top pick into it, and I don't even remember who else played. Did the backcourt play and what was going on? But I know they only played 2 games, so I am super excited to see how this thing meshes, and then we can get a great evaluation of Will Hardy. He's another guy I've been hearing how great he is, and they do nothing but lose. Not that it's his fault, and I'm with you. Markkanen sat a bunch of games that weren't his fault. I understand, but nevertheless, I got tired of watching him sit on the sidelines, making $47 million a year, smiling in street clothes. I don't apologize for that. And that's over. And that's great. And if he plays 50 games, I'll bash the crap out of him again next year.
See, your instincts for this are usually pretty good. And the number of times you've gone on this has made me wonder, is he just made of glass? Is something going to happen? Because the thing is, I believe, and I think most people believe, they sat him on purpose.
Sure.
Each of these last 4 seasons. And the first one here, it looked like he was going to get to 70, and it's 66, but they sat him a bunch. I'd have to go back and see how many games he got the old DMP at the end of the year. But if he does play, is something going to happen? Because in the previous years before he came to the Jazz, something did happen.
I don't know.
We never know. That's why we watch.
But the league knows it too,
Yep.
so it's not like you're going to get top value for him. It's no secret. The guy, is an enormously talented player, but he's been in the light on the GPs. Now you're playing to win. You're basically playing to win at all costs next season, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the fans, they're going to tolerate it. No one's going to. Austin Ainge isn't going to tolerate it. No one's going to tolerate it anymore. I mean, we can be jovial and love these guys. They're our guys and blah, blah, blah. But it's about winning now. You're paying somebody. Jackson and Markkanen are getting over $100 million. You play
that is why,
to win.
And see, that's why I actually give these rumors more credence. And I don't know that they will pan out this offseason. I kind of think they won't. But they could, because they're not going to be able to keep these guys together very long.
I'm not worried about that.
Someone's got to go.
That's management's concern.
I know.
Let them worry about that.
But
I want to worry about winning and losing.
Somebody's got to go. And when do they go, and what do they get back for? And it doesn't have to be those two guys, but then how are you going to trade Kessler? How are you going to pay Kessler and
has to
Keontae?
go.
Because I think Kessler and Keontae and whoever else are about to add to the roster are going to end up wanting more money as they come out of their rookie deals, and they're going to be up against it. They're not going to have enough. Everybody isn't going to get what they want, and choices will be made. They don't have to be made right away, and I do think they want to see the group together.
Is Hatback short of cash here? Is he? Do we need a GoFundMe thing? I mean, the guy throws around money.
Yeah. And I
build
do think
this, build that, buy this, buy that.
He'll pay the luxury tax. He'll go into it, and we don't need to turn this into a collective bargaining thing. They did. They don't
have as much money as this guy.
But most teams, and there are other owners who have as much money as he does, and most teams don't go into the repeater tax and stay there. They'll go there briefly.
If they're trying to win.
Yep.
There's no point in doing it if you're not winning. You're wasting money, and it doesn't matter how much money you have. No one wants to waste money.
Right, and there's also rules on the kind of deals. If you still need to add talent, the kind of deals you can make and the ways to add talent get pretty limited.
But if you're winning, who cares?
Right, but if you haven't won it all and you need to add a piece to get there, that's when you care. You're right. If you have won it all and you're on top of the mountain, whatever. Let's stay on top of the mountain.
Well, let's see how it goes. I'm not going to assign them things. I don't know how good this team's going to be in 2 years. I don't know who they're going to draft.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to make declarations that somebody's got to go. And how do I know that? I just saw a thing that Dirk Nowitzki, he left like $50 million on the table, something, by staying there. What? How do I know that these guys thinking
somebody won't do that?
Yeah. I mean, so I'm not going to – there's nothing definitive in the sports world 3 years from now. That's the beauty of it.
The only thing that's definitive is everything changes. And we just got a big old dose of that last night because there's been plenty of words written and spoken about how the Thunder are young and the Thunder are the champs and who's going to stop them. They're going to have a great run. They may not even repeat. I mean, they might repeat. They might win this series and win it all. This is a double overtime game. Anything can happen going forward.
But your best player was 7 of 23.
Yeah, and the Spurs' best player went off and had a phenomenal game. I don't think he's going to average 40 and 20 in this series. And obviously, he could have had an awesome game, and if he doesn't hit that one deep three, then they don't get it to OT and they lose right there. So anything could happen, but one of the things that could happen is Spurs could prevent the Thunder from repeating. So forget the long run the very next year.
Well, and the year after, the Thunder could win again.
Could come right back. Yeah. We've seen that before where you get a couple of players and they're in good organizations and they they hand the title back and forth. LeBron was moving around, but LeBron and Steph just did that. I think they combined to win, I don't know what it was, 7 titles in 11 years.
I think the bottom line for me is I want to see this group develop. We finally got a group that's capable of winning, and add the rookie, and then go. And you're going to add some other pieces maybe this summer, but I'm talking about the core guys.
Right.
I want to see these core guys. What I want to see.
You got a 2-game tease.
Yeah,
and you still didn't have everybody because Keontae didn't play in those games.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. That was Collier Bailey.
I didn't
backcourt.
think so.
He didn't,
but I wasn't sure.
Right.
So I want to see. I believe in this core. I believe this is a really good core. Now it's got to grow, and I want it to grow. I've seen so many teams change up and screw up when they change up. Now I want to see fastballs. I want to see this group because I'm excited about this group, and I can get way behind this group. And if it doesn't work, well, then we can go. But we've been waiting. I'm getting older here, man. I'm 72 years old.
You are not.
And I don't have much time left on Earth, on the air. I've already screwed up and destroyed my television career. I'll never be able to be on television again analyzing a playoff game like I did back in the glory days. That hurts my soul. Soul.
This is what's wrong with the media is credibility. You just stacked multiple lies on top of each other.
My soul.
You're not 72. You had multiple.
Working with you in dog years, I'm 72.
Multiple relatives into their 90s. And you may well end up on TV talking about playoff games.
You haven't seen me of late. You've been out a lot. But I now smoke.
That's what the Vegas showgirl said years ago, so I'm not surprised.
No, she said I was smoking.
That's exactly what you said. That's what you meant right then. You didn't mean Marlboros.
PK, take it off, baby.
I don't know. What? Give me another brand.
Camel.
Camels, yeah. We were talking Marlboros and
Chesterfield.
Chesterfield. Now that feels like a movie out of the 50s.
I got a picture of my parents at my mother's senior prom. And
Smoking
both of them at the bottom of the picture have cigarettes.
DJ and PK. Coming up, top of the hour, Chris Anderson, owner and publisher of Ear Sports, covering the West Virginia Mountaineers. The spring football tour continues. Stay with us.
Ready or not, summer is coming, and Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance is on now. Right now through May 25th, get up to 70% off everything home at Wayfair. Plus, score amazing doorbuster deals all sale long and surprise flash deals on Memorial Day. We're talking thousands of products at every style and budget. Now is the time to save big on must-haves for your patio, backyard, and beyond. These savings won't last, so don't wait. Shop Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance now through May 25th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Summer is all about freedom, fun, and growing up. And between the ages of 9 and 13, kids are starting to form their views about alcohol. With more independence, their still developing brains need more guidance and support than ever. That's why summer is the perfect time to stay connected and plan fun, safe family activities together. Research shows kids who spend quality time with their parents doing what they enjoy are less likely to drink underage. And when kids feel close to you, they're more likely to listen, especially when you set clear expectations. In fact, kids who drink before 15 are far more likely to struggle with alcohol later. This summer, create a no-bummer summer with fun, alcohol-free activities for your kids. Go to summer.parentsempowered.org to take a quick quiz and discover ideas tailored to your family. A little time together can make a big difference. For more information and to learn more about how to prevent underage drinking, visit parentsempowered.org.